Why is nobody talking about one of the greatest massacre that happened during the Biafran Civil War?
Ogbo Sowe bụ ebe wakpo anyị won Nigeria. O village ọbụna kwadebe eyila akwa ọcha. N'elu na anyị bịa ịnabata ndị oyi anyị. Anya ịmahụ na anyị bịa na ga-ese non dimitis. That is goodbye till we meet no more.
On the 4th day of October 1967, the Nigerian troops had entered Asaba in pursuit of Biafran soldiers who had earlier crossed Ore after taking over Benin and dislodged the Nigerian troops there. But because the Biafran soldiers had blown up the Niger bridge, it made it impossible for the Nigerian soldiers to pursue them. The Nigerian soldiers, led by Lieutenant Colonel Murtala Mohammed, simply settled in Asaba, where they started going house to house, killing people of the town who they accused of helping the Biafran soldiers. On the 7th day of October, after the house-to-house killings had gone on for days, the leaders of the town, in a way to convince the Nigerian soldiers of their loyalty and support, summoned their people to come out to the streets. Hundreds of men, women, children all agreed and came out in their numbers, mostly dressed in white ceremonial attire, singing, dancing and chanting "One Nigeria." But the moment they got to the Ogbe Asawa village square where the Nigerian troops were gathered, the Nigerian soldiers separated the men and boys from 12 years and above away from the women and lined them up. Orders were given, the guns were raised, and these men and boys were showered with bullets, all killed in their prime. At the end of the bullet festival that lasted for minutes, more than 700 men and boys were killed. There were dead bodies everywhere.
And my father was lying not too far from me. His eyes were open, but he was dead.
Most of them were later buried in a mass grave, while the Nigerian soldiers were still in town, hunting down men and boys who had escaped the October 7th massacre, raping and forcefully marrying off young girls and women. Ironically, those who led this bloody massacre rose to become national heroes, with so many monuments named after them and beautiful stories told about them, ignoring how these people murdered more than 700 boys and men in the town of Asaba. However, for the Asaba people, the horrific and traumatic experience of October 7th still haunts them, even in silence till this day. What could have justified this massacre?
Obu ilwe na boso ozu maka nwani na-eji akwa ọcha. Ibosa gide ozu fu nke mare. Ibulu je ni